What's up, guys? I'm back with part 3. So about my fitness journey and weight loss and all of that. And I hope to include some pictures at the end of the video so you can see the stages that I've been at and kind of see, because a lot of times you see people and it's like, oh, sure, you look great, and you don't get to see the struggle that they went through. So I've been kind of iffy about sharing those photos, but I think it's for the best. So I'm glad that I've made the changes that I did, because every time that I see those pictures, I kind of cringe. So please be easy on me when I share those photos with you. But I hope to share those at the end. Anyways, I was talking about Whole30, and I really did enjoy that, but for me, it wasn't a way that I could see myself living forever. It is a very strict way of eating, and I was looking into bodybuilding, and when I was doing all of this research, I found out I needed some of the foods that were restricted in the Whole30, and I have to tell you, I was really nervous to incorporate them back in, just because I was fearful. I was afraid of gaining the weight back, and I just had to take that leap of faith, and I started eating brown rice and oats, and still things that are pretty good. It was just learning how to eat them and when to eat them, and still what to avoid. So I still try to avoid processed foods as much as possible. But with adding those foods in and then following a pretty regular workout plan, I was surprised how quickly my muscles started to grow. I was so excited. Seeing those changes in the gym really inspired me, and it inspired other people too. I would have my friend Christy go with me, and people would ask me like, are you a trainer? And I'm like, no, we just work out together. So that was really flattering for people to say that. But it was nice to pull other people into my journey as well, and I hope that you guys will join as well. Nothing makes me happier than helping other people do the same thing, and that's one of the reasons that I'm doing this channel, is because I want to share the knowledge that I have, share the experience that I've had, and hopefully you guys can learn from it as well. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So I was doing this bodybuilding program, and I was seeing results, and I was so ecstatic about it, the way that my body was changing. And on top of those 2 jobs, I decided to go to school. So with school, I still kept with it for the most part. I was still making changes. And then I did get into another relationship, luckily with somebody who is supportive and kind of has those same goals. Now, living as far away from each other as we did, there was some transporting that would have to happen on the weekend, so I wasn't sticking to my plan as much. But I was still working out, because luckily I found someone who likes to work out with me, and also somebody who is supportive of my eating habits. So they're not going to bring fast food around me, or, you know, dangle that carrot in front of me. Well, cake or something like that, because obviously we can eat carrots. But it was just good to have that support. So I still stuck with it. But again, got into a relationship, so I was home more. I went through a job change. That was really difficult. I actually went through a couple of them. I was promoted, and I just didn't have work-life balance. I was at work and I was being pulled in 10 different directions during the day, and I wasn't getting my job done. So after the office would close, I'd stay there for hours working so I could try to put a dent in my work. And I was so tired by the end of the day, and it was so late, I didn't get to go to the gym. I didn't have time for food prep. I was not eating throughout the day. I was so busy, I didn't even have time to eat. So then by the time I was off work, I was starving, and I would just kind of get whatever I could quick. And that was really difficult. I actually went through some things there that I'll share in another video as well, but I finally just said, like, this isn't healthy for me. I can't continue to do this. This is not the job for me. Like, I need a change. So I actually made a career change in the middle of that, and that job actually wasn't the job for me either. And it was really stressful, and I went through a lot of anxiety, and the anxiety made me so tired and so sick. Again, I wasn't working out like I needed to, and I would literally get so sick that I couldn't eat a lot of the time, so I couldn't fuel myself for my workouts. My workouts would be so short even when I did work out because I was so exhausted. So again, I decided I needed to make a change, and I did that. And after I got settled in my new position, about a month and a half later, I decided, okay, it is time. Like, I'm in a comfortable place. I'm happy in my job. I'm happy in my relationship. Like, everything is good in life. I'm ready. And I waited for my birthday to pass because I knew that I wanted to celebrate my birthday without any restrictions. And I got started. I did a Whole30 again, and I recruited 2 people at work to do it with me. They made it through 10 days. So, I mean, that was awesome for them to even make it through 10 days. And then they were like, we just can't do it. But they still, one of them still does eat pretty well. She sticks to a plan, and I am so proud of her. She's lost a lot of weight. She's really working towards her goals, and I love that. And I love that I was able to inspire her to do so. So good for her. Go Shaniqua. And after the Whole30, again, it's not something that I wanted to do forever. I did want to get back into the bodybuilding portion of it, or possibly even thinking about competing. So we moved, so that happened in there as well. I was just trying to do whatever I could between our home gym. I used to have to drive like 30 minutes to go to a gym, but I would make it happen. I would take my stuff to work. I would stop at the gym on the way home. I just was committed. I made that commitment. I knew what I wanted, and I was willing to work towards it. So I was working on that, and then I came across the challenge, the 30-day challenge I signed up for. And I took my before pictures. I got this meal plan and workout plan, and I stuck to it, and I made a lot of progress in the 30 days. I didn't win the competition, which was kind of a bummer, but I did still win because I saw the changes in my body, and I was very excited about that. And sometimes when I'm at the gym, people will ask me, oh, do you compete? And I'd be like, no. So then I started thinking, maybe I should compete. And I started kind of putting my feelers out there and asking people. I met a lady at the gym, and she has been in fitness for forever, and she's done several competitions, and she was one of the people who had asked me if I competed. So I kind of started asking her about the cost of things, and I have a friend who's also a coach in San Diego, and so I reached out to her. Unfortunately, the options that they had just weren't affordable. Like, I couldn't fit it into my budget, so I was still trying to research and do everything that I could on my own. But I knew that I needed somebody with a little bit of knowledge, and luckily God blessed me and sent me somebody to talk to, and through that I met with her, and she became my coach. And so I started training for it, and I saw a lot of changes in my body over a short amount of time. And it's funny because I wasn't really seeing them. It wasn't till I was going for like my measurements and things, and I was, you know, being held accountable, but also having that support and someone showing like, oh my gosh, this progress you made has been huge. This is really good. You guys have to put aside the scale sometimes, because I actually gained weight. I probably gained like 10 pounds. which can be scary if you're looking at a scale, but I've learned over the years that the scale number is not what matters. It's how your clothes are fitting, it's your measurements, it's all of those things. So put the scale away and just focus on how you're feeling and the other ways that you're seeing results. What are you seeing? Not just the number on the scale. And I'll be back with video 4 in just a moment. See you guys then.